6 men in action, a 6-man tag team event. Toru Tanaka, Mr. Hito, Mr. Sakurada against Bull Ramos and Gran Markus and Jose Lothario. That's what's on tap for you during the next 30 minutes, and we think you're going to agree it's a wild and exciting brawl. Mr. Hito, Sakurada, and Toru Tanaka. Right now we're having the ring carefully. Ooh, man, we've got salt all over us here. Sakurada completes his ceremony. Now it looks like it's Mr. Hito's turn, and Tanaka stays on the outside of the ring. Here is the ritual that is more often associated with sumo wrestling in Japan. But then you've got to remember that Hito was a sumo wrestler before he became a catch-as-catch-can wrestler in the Japanese great admiration for the game. So many Japanese have now turned to our style of wrestling. One of the reasons, money. And they draw fantastic houses in Japan. That's why we get Japanese wrestlers in this country, just like we get Toyotas and Datsuns. So Bull Ramos starts against Mr. Hito, and Bull, who likes that tough style, steps in against Mr. Hito and deals him just a little misery. Bull, a 300-pounder and a guy who has a great deal of satisfaction in the toughness that he has displayed ever since he was Golden Gloves champion in the state of Texas in the heavyweight division, of course. So Toru Tanaka moves in there to apply the pressure on that trapezius muscle and to lean in there and lean in tight, to put the grip where it belongs, to bend in solidly, and he's taking hold of the garment of Bull Ramos, which gives him an advantage, something like you get in judo in applying grips around the rim of the collar of the judo jacket. So Ramos is having problems as he is backed up into the corner with Tanaka on the outside and Hito on the inside. Sakurada now stepping on the outside. Hammerlock, oh no, twisting arm lock is Hito's hold, but he turns it over to Tanaka. Tanaka, who is a tremendous factor in several styles of wrestling. And the Bull now comes back to pound away at Tanaka, but you've got to remember that the Japanese have changed several times. Bull has been in there alone and has not made a gesture to swap with either Gran Markus or with Jose Lothario, and he is taking a whomping for his troubles. Notice again, now Sakurada comes in, and Bull at least has fought his way out of the corner, but he's going to have to turn it over to Markus or to Lothario. There's the touch, and in comes Gran Markus. And listen to the noise now as Gran Markus tries to set up Sakurada and then lays it into their midsection. Whoa! Markus, working now in the proper fashion, gets in to invite Lothario in there, and Lothario swings and swings hard. So Sakurada trying to beg off. Dick Kroll, referee, telling Lothario to open up that fist. And here is Bull Ramos laid in a beauty. Dropped it in there and laid it right in the eye. So as Hito comes in, he meets trouble immediately. Ramos is going strong. 6-man Mexico against Japan. And right now, Japan is having problems. And Bull Ramos gets the support of this huge crowd here at the Sam Houston Coliseum. The swing, and he connected hard. So in comes Tanaka. He's in legally, but warily. He watches Ramos and he looked for the opening. Bear hug. But Bull Ramos is coming close to the corner. He touches with Lothario, and Lothario now is able to face Tanaka. If he can get by the ears, he'll face him. He tore him loose, and oh, that hard-hitting, punishing effort. He skid right off his face, and here comes Gran Markus. Markus now trying to set Tanaka up, but Tanaka is not easy to set up. He's a chunky individual, right down into those strange bandages he wears on his feet. Outside, Sakurada doing the punishing and putting a hand in there too is Hito. The referee is trying to break him apart. And he hits solidly. On top is Sakurada. He's got a reverse chin lock, and he's sitting on his back. He can turn this into a backbreaker. And the feet of Gran Markus are underneath the ropes. The referee stretches a point there. The ropes were not interfering, but it's the referee's prerogative. He calls when he thinks the action should be broken. Flag waver, James J. Dillon. Ooh, I'll tell you, these Japanese are rugged. They are tough. And Markus tried to get across there to touch with either Lothario or Ramos. Didn't quite make it. So Markus is in trouble. He is catching it from both sides. And as Sakurada comes in, it's time for Tanaka to go out, but Markus is still on the receiving end. Oh, he almost got his head knocked off. Didn't quite make it. Sakurada's got to pin him down there in order to do something about it. And Markus giving a great demonstration of fighting right from the mat up. Oh, Lothario now with that sock, swinging sock, and a great effort. Hit hard. Here comes Bull Ramos. And Ramos comes in to, oh, he did a great splash on him that time. And here is Gran Markus. He does the flip over. He's got Sakurada down, and there it is. The crowd is in an uproar. People are jumping and screaming and yelling and hollering. So the first fall goes to the Mexican team of Lothario, Ramos, and Markus. And we'll be back here in a moment as James J. Dillon protests to Dick Kroll. We'll be back, and we'll pick up the second fall right after this word from the studio. Well, we still have a little less than 30 seconds ready to go, and the James J. Dillon is squawking. He wants more rest period. Time is running down now. The countdown about ready to begin, and Toru Tanaka wants more rest period, but it was Sakurada who was pinned, and the others are doing the squawking for more interval. Now, Sakurada is a man with a great deal of coordination. But that time it was Markus whose coordination actually told the tale. The Sakurada on the floor, on the apron rather, but outside the ring. Hito got a touch and came in, and oh, he dropped in there on Markus' throat and hit hard. And here's a ready-made opportunity for the toughest one of the trio. Now Mexico is one fall ahead. They can cinch this match by winning this fall, taking it in 2 straight. But Japan must win this fall in order to stay in the match. And they are concentrating on Gran Markus. Now trying to set him up to come in, and he cut him down. He cut him down, and there's a banzai from James J. Dillon. Crotch lift and slam, and the touch to Hito. Hito trying to stomp it out of Gran Markus. And Markus is in trouble. He's far from his partners, and he found a good soft spot that time. It made a difference, but he wasn't able to rise up. Maybe this will make a difference. Now, no, he's down again. And Tanaka is a tough man to have belting you all over the place. Here's the touch. Oh, how he lays that foot in there. How he lays that foot in there. Markus now, if he can get over to touch a ready Jose Lothario, it can make a big difference in the outcome of this fall. And Markus is making the move, but Markus has not yet been able to get over there far enough to be able to touch. Hito, now he's the one who is trying. Whoa, he cut him down. He knocked his head right out from over his feet and crashed solidly. They're ganging up on Markus, and they have ganged up on him ever since the bell that started this fall, and Sakurada starts chopping away at Markus. And Markus got a couple of good ones in there, but if he can just touch Jose Lothario, but he didn't. There's one, there's two, there's three, and Gran Markus. Gran Markus with two partners ready to come into the ring, was unable to get across there and to touch one of them and get a moment's respite. And he has been chopped down, and he has lost the second fall, so falls are even. One fall to Mexico and one fall to Japan. We'll be back here in a moment for the third and deciding fall. Bell has not yet sounded. Markus has been dragged over to the corner, and the Japanese team is moving in all directions here, trying to create confusion as Markus is rolled. Bull Ray, he's going to outside of that ring. There's a lot of bowing going on in the Oriental corner, and we start the third fall when that bell rings, and that's the one that decides the issue. So time running down. Dillon's still in the ring, but he is removed as an obstacle. De Lothario stays. to Lothario now with a Sakurada and the good punch. He drove the knee almost at the same time. Almost physically impossible feat, but he came around there to belt Mr. Sakurada and to lay him on that canvas. But now it's there's a little testing going on with Tanaka trying to threaten Lothario and to save the skin of Mr. Sakurada. You see Markus in the background. He has risen to his feet and leaning there on that rope. He can take a few deep breaths. He did all the work in the second fall and came out of the second fall a loser. You can't wrestle three men. That's almost impossible. So Dillon now trying to inspire Sakurada, and Bull Ramos comes in and blasts at the with a bang. For a moment I thought he was going to land on his head, and there are a lot of people who hoped he would. So Hito comes in. Ramos gets a word of advice from Jose Lothario, and he goes out there and lays it in there solidly. So they're taking their best shots. Hito with his head, Ramos with that vaunted fist of his. That's the same fist that carried him through to the championships and the Texas Golden Gloves when he was playing football here at Jeff Davis High School, and shot, and he slammed him. Ramos keeping Hito over there where he's got a lot of support. That's what they did to Markus in the second fall. But Bull Ramos has had trouble. He just got a knee in the back from Sakurada, and in a vain attempt to save Hito. And this time Hito now is after Markus. They've got him if they can straighten him out. Now they're going for the same hold that beat Markus in the second fall rather. Now they're switching on him. Here is Lothario, who has been hit and knocked through the ropes and off onto the floor. The crashing body slam as Hito starts up the rope and goes for the diving effort off the turnbuckle, but he didn't make it. And now Markus comes in with a beautiful weapon, that atomic drop, but he stays in, and here comes the ring full of Japanese as they come in to try to help Hito. And Ramos is looking for an opening, and he found it. He takes Sakurada. Hito slamming into Sakurada. There is Jose up on the... Whoa! He landed right on his face. Oh! There's the fall. There's the fall, and the third fall goes to the Mexican team of Lothario, Gran Markus, and Bull Ramos. A tremendous outburst of noise here for the team of Lothario, Bull Ramos, and Gran Markus. An exciting win, and James J. Dillon trying to dilute that win by waving the Japanese flag, but the Rising has not diminished the enthusiasm of the fans. So there it is. It goes to Mexico in 2 falls out of 3, and waiting for somebody to make a move there. If there's anything going to bust loose, we want to be here to take advantage of it.